Highly adapted for life in the water, penguins have counter-shaded dark and white plumage and flippers for swimming. Most penguins feed on krill, fish, squid and other forms of sea life which they catch with their bills and swallow it whole while swimming. A penguin has a spiny tongue and powerful jaws to grip slippery prey. They spend roughly half of their lives on land and the other half in the sea. Major populations of penguins are found in Angola, Antarctica, Argentina, Australia, Chile, Namibia, New Zealand, and South Africa. Penguins have no special fear of humans and will often approach groups of people. This is probably because penguins have no land predators in Antarctica or the nearby offshore islands. African black-footed penguins, Spheniscus demesus, are the only species of penguin native to Africa. King penguins spend a lot of time in the ocean feeding, but their primary habitats are sparsely vegetated areas of islands in the southern oceans and sub-Antarctic. The islands south of the polar front are typically more glaciated and at higher altitudes. African penguins can be found in large colonies along the southwestern rocky coast of Africa from Namibia to Port Elizabeth, and many of the surrounding islands. The largest colony is located on Dyer Island. The birds build nests in sand or deposits of their excrement, called guano, or under bushes or rocks. Shelter provides them protection from the harsh sun during the hot African days. King penguins is one of the most famous species of this bird, whereas as African penguin is very less known. For most people it's astonishing to know that penguins also exist in Africa. So while people considering the differences between a king penguin versus African penguin, we need to do more than a glance at the two animals. The greatest differences between king penguins and African are their beaks, colors, and size. King penguins are larger, taller, and heavier than African penguins. The color scheme of king penguins and African penguins is also unique. King penguins have very intense orange patterns by their ears that extend down to their chest and become yellow. Moreover, they have a large, distinct orange stripe on their beaks. African penguin has a black stripe and a pattern of unique black spots on its chest, the pattern of which is unique to each penguin, like human fingerprints, and has pink glands above its eyes that become pinker as the penguin gets hotter. King penguin is a fair amount larger than African penguin. King penguins will reach weights of about 35 pounds and grow up to 35 inches in height, whereas African penguins grow to be about 26.5 to 27.5 inches tall and weigh between 4.4 and 11 pounds. King penguins have been recorded with a maximum swim speed of 12 km per hour. King penguins are quite specialized in their prey. They mainly eat lanternfish, myctophids, especially during the breeding season. Over winter, the percentage of squid in their diet increases. African penguins swim an average of 7 km per hour but can reach speeds of 24 km per hour. African penguins, being fast swimmers, allows them to catch a variety of prey from the sea, including sardines and anchovies, as well as squid and crustaceans. These hearty little penguins can hold their breath over 2 minutes and dive over 400 feet deep. A penguin may eat up to 1 pound of food or 14% of its body weight per day. At the zoo, penguins enjoy sardines, capelin, and night smelt. They swallow their fish whole. Predators of the king penguin include giant petrels, skuas, the snowy sheathbill, the leopard seal and the orca. African penguins face predation by gulls, feral cats and mongoose while nesting on land. Sharks and fur seals prey on African penguins in the water. King penguins have a much longer breeding cycle than any other penguin. Including the premoult period, the breeding cycle lasts 13 to 16 months. Eggs are laid from November to April. The king penguin is able to breed at 3 years of age, although only a very small minority, 5% recorded at Crozet Islands, actually do then. The average age of first breeding is around 5 to 6 years. King penguins are serially monogamous. They have only one mate each year, and stay faithful to that mate. However, fidelity between years is less than 30%. The unusually long breeding cycle probably contributes to this low rate. There are no set breeding seasons for African penguins, however, most penguin pairs are monogamous and will remain together over several breeding years. It has an extended breeding season, with nesting usually peaking from March to May in South Africa and November to December in Namibia. 70% of king penguins are expected to abruptly disappear in less than 80 years. There is an estimated world population of 2 million breeding pairs, with some estimates up to 3.2 million. Considered sensitive indicators of changes in marine ecosystems, king penguins serve as a key species for understanding the effects of climate change on the marine biome, especially throughout the sub-Antarctic and Antarctic areas. The African penguin is one of the species to which the African-Eurasian Waterbird Agreement, AEWA, applies. In September 2010, it was listed as endangered under the U.S. Endangered Species Act. As of 2018, the African penguin is listed as endangered on the UN Red List. Its population is approximately 50,000 birds and declining. Considered a flagship species, king penguins are exhibited in zoos around the world. African penguins are a commonly seen species in zoos across the world. Because they do not require particularly low temperatures, they are often kept in outside enclosures.